for truth. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a simple question. What are you waiting for? A perfect day, a perfect plan, a perfect sign from the universe telling you it's finally your time. This is it. This moment, the interrupting your thoughts, that is your time right now. You've waited long enough, you've doubted long enough, you've watched others win while you stood on the sidelines. But why? What's stopping you? Is it fear? Is it failure? That is your time, or is it the lie you keep telling yourself that one day it'll all magically come together? Let me tell you something real. There is no perfect time. Your thoughts. There's only time, and it's passing by whether you move or not. Every second you're waiting is a second someone else is using to build, to grow, to rise. You've got dreams. Good. Time, but dreams without action are just hallucinations. Do you want to succeed? Then act like. Do you want to grow? Then suffer for it. Do you want freedom? Then earn it. Because the truth is, interrupting your thoughts, that is your time. No one's coming to save you. No one's going to do the work for you, and no one's going to hand you the life you want on a silver plate. So what are you going to do about it? No one is interrupting your thoughts. That you're coming, will keep talking about what could do, or will you start becoming who you were born to be? There's a voice inside you right now. Maybe it's whispering. No thoughts, at least interrupting your thoughts, that it's not right, but it's saying you were meant for more. Can you feel it? That's not some random thought. That's your truth fighting to break through the noise. That is your time. No one cannot your thought. It's tired of being ignored. People around you may not believe in you. So what they may laugh at your goals, let them. They may call your vision crazy good. That means you're dreaming big enough. That is your time. Because all great things were once considered impossible until someone did them. So why not you? Why not now? You have the power to change your story. That is disrupting your thoughts. That is your time. You have the strength to rise again. No matter how many times you've failed, you have the fire inside you. It just needs oxygen. And the only way to give it life is to move, to fight, to refuse, to quit. That is your time. Look in the mirror. That's your competition. Look at your past. That's your fuel. Look at your future. That's your responsibility. Will you let your excuses become your legacy? Your thoughts, that is your time. Will you let your fears write your story? Or will you rise like a warrior and claim the life that's waiting for you? Pain is part of the process. Struggle is the entrance fee to greatness. And sacrifice, no one is interrupting your thoughts. That is your time. That's the currency of success. So the next time it gets hard, remember that's the point. If it were easy, everyone would have it. But the life you want, it's meant for those who earn it. That is your time, not those who just wish for it. So no more waiting, no more doubting, no more hiding behind fear and calling it preparation. You are enough, you are strong, you are ready, but only if you decide. So decide. That is your time, Decide that today is you stop waiting. Decide that this is the moment you start building. Decide that your dreams deserve action, not just admiration, because this is not just another day. This is your moment. Don't waste it. 5 related motivational speech topics you can use. Stop overthinking, start doing. When we knew, one cares until you win. So win loudly. Discipline over motivation. The real secret to success. Comfort zones kill dreams, kid. Don't. That is your terms. Step out or stay stuck or fall in love with the process, not just the outcome. Stop overthinking. Start doing. The cure to fear is action. Let me ask you something straight from the heart. What are your thoughts? That is your time. How many times have you stopped yourself, not because you couldn't do it, but because you thought too much? How many dreams did you bury under what ifs? Thoughts. How many chances did you waste because your mind convinced you that you weren't ready? Overthinking, thinking is a silent killer. It doesn't show up like failure. It doesn't announce itself like fear. It's quiet. That is erupting their thoughts. That affect your terms, and that's what makes it dangerous. It whispers in your ear. If it goes wrong, what will people say? What if I'm not good enough? And slowly, silently, it paralyzes you. That is your time. But let me tell you the truth. The enemy is not failure. The enemy is inaction. You can learn from failure. You can grow from mistakes. But you gain nothing from doing nothing. So the real question is, no one thinking your thoughts. That is your time. Are you thinking too much or acting too little? Overthinking gives you the illusion of control. But in reality, it's just fear dressed in logic. You tell yourself, I'm preparing, I'm planning. I'm just waiting for the right time, but what you're really doing is stalling, and the longer you wait, the louder fear becomes. You see action, not motivation, not inspiration. Call confidence, action, because once you take the first step, fear loses its grip. Once you move forward, doubt starts to fade. Once you start doing, clarity begins to appear. No one is interrupting a thought inside of time. Ask yourself, how many things in life did you think were scary, but once you did them, they weren't that bad? How many things did you delay, only to realize later that you should have started sooner? That a true to your mind can be your true to me, be your best friend or your worst enemy. You feed it fear, it builds walls, but when you feed it with action, it opens doors. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. That is your time. Stop analyzing every angle, every outcome, every risk, because guess what? Perfection doesn't exist, and neither does certainty. The only way forward is through action, small steps, daily moves, simple progress. Interrupt your thoughts. That is your time. Even if you don't know the full path, just take the next right step. Don't let your dreams die in your mind. Don't let fear write your story. Don't let your brain talk your heart out of its passion. That is your time. You don't have to be fearless. You just have to move despite the fear, because bravery isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to move forward anyway. That is your time. Every successful person you admire, every achiever, every builder, every leader, they all had fear, but they chose action. They didn't wait for the fear to go away. Note in your thoughts that it is your time. They acted anyway, and that made all the difference. Let me ask you again, what are you waiting for? Another excuse, another sign, another year. You don't need more time. You need more courage. That is your time, and courage comes from action. So whatever it is, the project, the goal, the business, the dream, the conversation, start it. Write the first line, record the first video, send the first email. Voice as your right to make the first move to. Don't aim to be, aim to be in motion, because momentum creates confidence, action creates clarity, and results kill it out. You've been thinking long enough. Now it's time to move. No one is interrupting your time. This is your sign. This is your moment. This is your reminder that the cure of fear isn't thinking harder. It's not planning longer. It's doing. So go ahead, mess up, fail, fall. But for the love of your future, just start, because 5 years from now, you won't regret the mistakes you made while trying, but you will regret the time you lost thinking, doing. So stop overthinking. That is your time. Start doing, and let your actions speak louder than your fears. No one cares until you win, so win loudly. Let's be honest, no one really cares about your dreams until you make them real. No one is interrupting your thoughts. That is your time. They don't clap for your ideas. They don't support your late nights. They don't show up when you're struggling. And why would they? Why should they believe in something they can't see? No one is interrupting your thoughts, your time. Why should they care about a vision that's only alive in your heart? That's the truth. The world stays quiet when you're starting. They mock you when you're average. They ignore you when you're trying. Your thoughts, that is your time. But they can't ignore you when you win. So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to cry because nobody's cheering you on? Are you going to give up because your circle doesn't get it? What is interrupting your thoughts? That is your time. Or will you use that silence, that rejection, that doubt as fuel? Because that's what winners do. They don't wait for permission. They don't beg for attention. They grind, they build. That is your time. They rise even when nobody's watching. And when they win, they don't whisper. They win low DLY, not to show off, not for revenge, but to show the world, I did it without your applause. Know me, that is your time. I did it without your help. I did it when no one believed I could. That's power. That's purpose. That's what real winners are made of. You think people are ignoring you now? That is your time. You think no one notices your work, your effort, your sacrifices. Good. Let them sleep on you. Let them doubt you, because soon they'll have no choice but to watch. They don't care about your struggle. Time. They don't feel your pain, but they'll show up for your success. So give them something to show up for. Stop explaining yourself. Stop begging for support. Stop shrinking to fit in. No one is interrupting your thoughts. It is your time. You don't need more people. You need more discipline. Let them talk behind your back. Let them laugh now. Just make sure when you win, they can't avoid hearing your name. Is your time. That do it so loud that the silence they gave you starts to echo with your success. Do it so big that the ones who ignored you feel foolish for ever doubting you. But don't do it for revenge. Do it for, that won't die. For the younger you who still believes, for the future you who deserves better. Remember this, they only care when it's done. So go do it. Build it. Earn it. Create it. Become it. Done in your thoughts. That is your time. And when you do, don't play small. Don't hide your light. Win so loud that the silence finally breaks. Because they didn't care before, but after you win, they'll pretend they always did. So keep going. That is your time. Keep building. Keep winning. And when you do win, OUD, discipline over motivation, the real secret to success. Let me ask you something. Are you waiting to feel like it? The thought is your time. Are you waiting for motivation to magically hit you before you start? If yes, then here's the truth. You're already losing, because motivation is a feeling and feelings are unstable. Some days you feel like some days you feel lazy, some days you feel hopeless. So if your success depends on how you feel, how can you ever be consistent? That's where discipline comes in. Fast interrupting your thought skills. That is the discipline doesn't ask how you feel. Discipline doesn't wait for inspiration. Discipline just does the work. You think champions always feel motivated. You think successful people jump out of bed every morning. Interrupt in your thoughts. That is your time. Smiling and ready. No, they train their minds to show up anyway. They do it when it's boring, it's painful. They do it when no one's watching. More piplam, because they know one thing. Discipline builds empires, motivation builds excuses. Anyone can work hard when it's easy. Anyone can start strong. But the ones who finish, the ones who win, that is your time. They show up on the days they don't feel like it. Ask yourself honestly, are you motivated or are you disciplined? When the alarm rings early, do you get up or hit snooze when it gets hard? That is your time. Do you push through or back off? When success feels far, do you still show up or wait for the right mood? Because guess what? Motivation will quit on you. Discipline won't. No one is interrupting your thoughts at time. Discipline is what makes you go to the gym when it's raining. Discipline is what keeps you building your dream when nobody claps. Discipline is what separates the talkers from the doors. Don't need more motivation. You need more habits, more focus, more commitment. Motivation is temporary, but discipline is permanent. Discipline is permanent. So stop chasing motivation like it's magic. It's not when you're swept in your thoughts. That is your time. The real magic is consistency. The real power is doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it. That's where greatness lies, not in feelings, in action. So train your mind. That is your time. Build your routine, master your emotions, and watch how your life changes. Because once you choose discipline over motivation, you don't just make progress, you become unstoppable. Lead your thoughts. That is your time. Comfort zones kill steeper dreams. Step out or stay stuck. Let's get real for a moment. Are you stuck or are you just comfortable? Because here's the truth. Comfort zones don't look dangerous, but they are, for me, easy, but they silently kill your growth, your goals, and your greatness. Why? Because nothing grows where nothing changes. And if you're not growing, you're not moving. Thoughts, that is your fourth time. And if you're not moving, you're not living, you're just existing. Ask yourself, when was the last time you did something that scared you? When was the last time you challenged yourself? When is your time really pushed beyond your limits? Most people spend their entire life in the same loop, same job, same routine, same fears. Why? Because it's comfortable. Because stepping out is risky. That's your third time. Because failure is scary. But guess what's scarier? Regret. Waking up one day and realizing you never even tried, that your dream died in the prison of your comforts. You weren't born for safety. No one is interrupting your time. You were born to play small. You were born to build, to stretch, to rise. But that won't happen if you keep hiding in what's easy. You want success, you want change. Then you have to be uncomfortable interrupting your thoughts. That is your time. Because all growth begins at the edge of your comfort zone. You won't find your future in your routines. You'll find it in the risks, in the challenges, in the moments that test your courage. Yes, no one is interrupting your thoughts. That you will be scared time. Yes, you might fail. You'll also grow, but you'll also grow. You'll also wake up every day knowing you're alive, not just existing. The hearts, that is your time. So stop waiting for the right time. To stop looking for farther sign. Your discomfort is the invitation. You either step out or stay stuck. You either grow or you rot. There is no in between. No one is at your time. So take the leap, have the tough conversation, start the business, move to that city, apply for that opportunity, because outside your comfort zone, that's where life begins. So ask your time, and that's where your dream is waited, but in faith. So ask yourself one last question. Will you stay where it's safe or step into the fire where your greatness lives? The choice is yours. That is your time, comfort or growth. Stuck or strong, now or never. Fall in love with the process, not just the outcome. Let me ask you something real. Are you in love with the goal or are you in love with the grind? But no one is your type. Everyone wants the result. Everyone wants the rest. Everyone wants the success, the applause, the lifestyle. But very few are willing to fall in love with the process. We all want the body, but who wants the daily workouts? Lishitine, teaching your thoughts. We all want the thoughts, but who the business? But who wants the sleepless nights and silent failures? We all want freedom, but who's willing to pay the price every single day? That's the difference between dreamers and doers. That is your time. Dreamers chase the outcome. Doers marry the process, because the process is where greatness is built. The process is where you become stronger, more focused, more resilient. That is your time. It's not the trophy that makes you a champion. It's the hours of training no one saw. It's the sacrifices no one clapped for. It's the consistency when no one believed in you. If you only love the result, that is your times. You'll quit the moment progress feels slow. You'll get frustrated. You'll start comparing. You'll ask, why is it taking so long? And eventually you'll stop for a time. But if you fall in love with the journey, every rep, every step, every day you show up, then success becomes inevitable. Because now, that is your time. You're not chasing an outcome. You're becoming the kind of person who earns it. The process humbles you. It breaks your ego. It teaches you patience, discipline, and focus. Time, and most importantly, it makes the win worth it. Without the struggle, the reward feels empty. Without the grind, the goal has no meaning. You don't just want the prize, you want to deserve it. So stop obsessing over when you'll make it. Start obsessing over how you show up every day. Are you better than yesterday? Did you put in the work when no one was watching? Did you stay true when it got hard? That's what matters. That's what lasts, because the outcome can fade, but who you become through the process, that stays forever. So fall in love with the early mornings. That is your time. And fall in love with the quiet work. Fall in with the lonely grind, because the world sees the finish line, but the real win was the journey that got you there.